What's going on YouTube? We're back here with another video and we're going to be doing a reroll guide on CZN. We're going to be talking about if it's worth rerolling, the length, how to reroll, and who to reroll for. Before we get further into the video, I just want to say make sure you guys like the video, helps your boy out. Make sure you guys subscribe if you want to see more CZN content. We're going to be making tons of CZN content. I'm hyped up for the game. I think I'm probably going to main this game. I'm going to have like 2 accounts as well. I'm not sure what the first account's going to be. It might be a free-to-play account or an account where I spend a little bit of money, but the second account's definitely going to be a no gacha account. So what we're going to do with that account is never summon, and we're just going to use all the free characters we get and see how far we could go in the game until we hit a wall. But that being out of the way, let's get into the reroll guide. So the first thing is rerolling worth it. That answer is up to you guys. You know, if you want to reroll of course. You know, if you want to start off with multiple 5 stars, at least some really good 5 stars that could carry you through the game, hell yeah, reroll. You know, it's gonna take about 20 minutes as well, and you're gonna get around like 20 pulls. And if you're someone that doesn't want to reroll and you just want to get straight into the game, play through the game, then you know it's kind of simple. You know, like that question is really up to you to answer. But if you have to ask me personally if I think it's worth it, I'm gonna be honest and say yeah, just because of the way how they did their beginner banner. They didn't do it like the typical Honkai Star Rail Within Waves way, where it's just like, yeah, you're guaranteed 1 5-star. Once you get that 5-star, that's it. CZN did is the 5 stars guaranteed in the last multi. So no matter how many 5 stars you pull before that last multi, you're still gonna have that guarantee in the last one. So you could potentially start off with a whole bunch of 5 stars. If your luck is insane, of course. But yeah, overall, rerolling is just a good considerable amount of time rerolling for a good account, then go ahead. But if you're just someone that just wants to get into the game, play through it, you'll probably be straight because there's a lot of good characters that could just help you go through the game, especially the 4-star characters. And again, how you're going to be rerolling, it's pretty typical. Play through the tutorial, get up to a certain chapter. Once you get up to that certain chapter, you could probably back out, go to your mail, and you would have all the rewards there for pre-reg, launch rewards, whatever, right? Then after that, you're going to go to the special rescue banner. This is the beginner banner that guarantees a 5-star. Well, it says within, but it's actually guaranteed a 5-star at the last multi. So if it's really only 20 pulls and not more, that means you're going to have 2 multis. What you could try to do is see if you could get a 5-star within the 2 multis. Then at least on the last multi, you're guaranteed another 5-star, so you could start off your account with 2 5-stars basically, if you guys get what I'm trying to say. Or maybe you try to get 2 5-stars within the 20 pulls, you know, then at least you're guaranteed that 5-star on the last one. So you're going to be starting off with 3 5-stars once you're finished with the beginner banner. So yeah, rerolling is just like a question of how many 5-stars do you really want to start off with. Now if you don't get what you want, it says use the hamburger button equals on the top right corner. Click the gear icon to access settings, click the person icon to access your account settings, delete your user data. This requires you to enter your username, and I believe once you do that, you could just go back into the game and it's a fresh new account basically. So you don't have to like delete then reinstall and so on. So thankfully it is like that, but that's how you're going to be re-rolling in a nutshell. Now who should you re-roll for? So obviously this is from the beta. And from what I heard, Calliope was just insane, right? She had big shields, she had AoE damage, and the universal break with tenacity damage. So she was just like insanely good. But from what I also know, from when they released her animations on the YouTube like 2 days ago, it seems like they did change some stuff. I think she got I guess you could call it nerf. Some people might say balanced, you know, because she was probably a bit too good, which I didn't mind her being a bit too good, because let's be honest, man, characters in gacha games, especially the standard banner characters, get power creep so quick. You would think lasting in the bed for a minute was long. So I would have preferred her to stay kind of OP in my opinion. Just because, you know, standard banner characters, as I said, they just get power creep so fast anyways. But I think right now, Calliope's good, Magna's good. I think they did buff Luke a little bit as well. I've heard good things about Hugo. Obviously I know people are gonna love K-Run. I do think every 5-star standard banner character's got something in their kit that does make them like really good. So honestly, if there's a 5-star you get and you really like the design and stuff, you're probably straight. You know, they're probably just gonna be straight up good enough, especially at the start of the game, before we start getting more limited characters and so on. If you want to be smart with it, I would say, you know, probably getting like a shielder. Maybe still going for Calliope will be worth it, because one thing I will always say is like, let's be honest, DPS characters get power grip the fastest, you know. At least maybe the shield units, the healer units, the support units, they might last a good amount of time compared to the DPS units, right? So if you want to go that way, you could probably go for like a Kalipi, a Magna. But honestly, I think any 5-star that you like, that you get, you could work with it. Obviously, if Kalipi didn't get the changes she did, I would have to say 100% Kalipi. But even though she did, I still think she's going to be insane. Now, over here, they did say 4 stars as well that are really good to get. You had Cassius, Nia, I heard was really good. Maribel, like, I've heard good things about these 3 4-stars right here. Mika, Maribel, and Nia. So Nia's a really good support unit. Just buffing your DPS units. Cassius, I heard his E1, his first dupe was just like insane, right? And Maribel, she's a great shield shielder, and Mika, obviously a free healer you get. I think she's the only character that heals as of now. I'm not sure, but I think she was the only character that was able to heal. So obviously, because of her lack of other healers in the game, she's probably gonna just be in a high tier. Then we also had Rachel as well. Rachel's ego skill is cheap and offers great emergency shields while also drawing a card. She's also available in the whatever shop. It seems like there's some notable 4-stars there. That's gonna be all for the reroll, guys. So if you guys do want to reroll, you're gonna get 20 pulls. Hopefully it's a bit more as well. And you just want to go through the beginner special banner and maybe try to get 1 or 2 5-stars within those few limited pulls they give you. And as I said, you will still be guaranteed a 5-star one in your last multi. And the character to reroll for, I don't want to say straight up Kalipi. I think most of the 5-stars you get are going to be good enough to just go with and rock with. But me personally, I might just go for a Kalipi or K-Run just because I like both of their designs. You know, and Luke's kind of growing on me as well. I think he does have that badass character design. So for me personally, I'm just going off, you know, character design. But I do want to start off with multiple 5-stars. That's one thing I want to do. I want to try to get 2 to 3, maybe even 4 5-stars if I could start off with. That would be super dope. So that's what I'm mostly re-rolling for, is just so I could start off with multiple 5-star units. Just so I could have a bit of a roster. But look, that's going to be it for the reroll guide. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and up. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out.